Dumelang, Sanbonani, Dimatiari, good day, bonjour. Welcome to my Voice is Power talk show. Today, here the viewers, I'm sitting with incredible, very intelligent, beautiful, rare to find women with certain high caliber. Today, I'm talking about the women that are into logistic and rail. Welcome, ladies, to my Voice is Power.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lady D.
Thank you so much for the opportunity for us to come and present our Voice is Power.
Can you tell these viewers, I'll start with you, my sister here, Bisa. Some years back, I met you and you are in rail. And I know how rail is very rare. And I know how hard to get in that industry, because the industry that is full of men and more monopolized, where you don't even feel people talk about it more on the passages or even behind. It takes time to hear about rail. There's only specific people that are in rail. Today, I want you to tell the story. Why? How did you get to? I know now you're operating in a big area of Africa, but just a black woman, how was this possible for you?
All right, thank you so much. As you've just said, rail is rare. Rail is the backbone of the country, of the continent. The interlinkages of rail already, they form a backbone. All the commodities, they go into rail. Hence, it's rail. It's a commodity in itself. So for my story, rail, it's something that I only got to understand that there's rail when I moved to Johannesburg. I've been in the manufacturing sector, building and construction, and pharmaceutical, retail, everywhere. But when I moved to Joburg, that's when I realized there is rail. And it found me. I can't say it in any other way. I didn't really know that it's there, but it found me. It's more like I was headhunted to get there without even knowing what is it, what is it about. And especially, rail would think it's only the trains that are moving, not thinking about the manufacturing of the components that go into the supply of the rolling stock that is on the rail. So my portfolio in rail, it's still rail, but in manufacturing. And my portfolio is overseeing the sub-Saharan Africa. I had to break into that market in the sub-Saharan Africa as a woman. And when you travel into those countries, it's not like you're traveling to Europe. It's a different, even the traveling, it's something else. And then when you get there, you're trying to understand the problems, the needs of the customer. It's full of male, speak Portuguese, they speak French, and then you come as a, back then I was so small and tiny. And then you come to say, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, my name is Bisa, so everybody would send an email, Mr. Bisa. Now I've arrived, but now it's Miss Bisa. Miss Bisa, are you coming with someone? Do you have a mail? We need an engineer here. We don't need you. No, I said, no, I'm coming. I'm coming to do what an engineer would have done, or what is coming to do. I'm here to listen and assist, and let's find solutions. So, and then that made me, it took time for them to understand that I'm gonna be treated by a woman. The services are gonna be provided by a woman. But once I noticed that, I said, this is what I want. Wow. This is the industry that I want to be in. I want to show that we can do it.
You can imagine a woman from Gqeberha, the whole village girl. I always brag about coming from a village. I think there's certain water that we drink in the village that makes us to be strong, that makes us to be powerful. When you tell me that the rail have met you, you didn't go and look for rail. your story looks like mine. I mean, rail, I'm also in rail. The rail has found me. I mean, I was one of the day walking in the street of USA at the airport, getting there. I mean, that time I was even walking on the crashes. I couldn't walk. And while I was walking there, the certain man said, "Can I help you?" I mean, you know, the way I'm scared of going to jail, I thought maybe this guy is a drug dealer. So I always like protect myself when I'm overseas to say, even if it's too heavy, I'll carry it. And the man says, keep on saying, "Can I help you?" I said, no. Not knowing this guy. It's a big rail manufacturer around the globe. And I'm like, when I got there, we are busy checking in together. And I go to the lounge, I find this man. And he said, can you sit next to me? And I feel like I'm not gonna sit with this man. So it's indeed, sometimes things find you.
Yes.
But when things find you also, how do you react? And also, I'm thinking about your story when you are saying you go to Africa. I also go to Africa. Africans are not allowing women to be women. They are taking women as people that are supposed to have many kids, cook for their husband, do the house chores. They don't see a woman as a leader, a woman as a businesswoman, and especially when it comes to this deep industry, they think that you are taking chance. But you know what? I'm proud of you. I just want to hear the story of Chuma also, so I can go back to your story, because I'm very interested to know how did it move to where you are now, to become where you are now, after so many discouragement when they were thinking Mr. Bisa, and now you've changed to certainly appear as Miss Bisa. So I just want to know that, but let's go to my sister here. I mean, meeting her, I met her through a friend. You know, everyone about me, I think is that the good thing about me, whenever I see people, I welcome them with love. And I always know that there's somewhere where we're going to meet and somewhere that we're going to meet each other. I met her, she's in the logistics. So I'm into manufacture, and also I'm going to be doing the logistic for mining companies and like some beverage companies. But I also remember the train doesn't go to factories. And when she come to me to say, can we talk about this business? And I'm like, I find someone that can do logistic for me, because I can only move with the rail, but I don't have the link between from the port until the where I'm collecting the stuff. So how did you just wake up? I see you always playing with trucks, like playing on the tracks. I mean those tracks, being on those tracks is very challenging. I mean, you worry about the tires. They tell you the tire has blast, and that time the truck is going to Richards Bay or far away. I mean, as a woman, you are being awakened at night. People want to know, telling you, now the tires is best. I mean, those calls, how did you just tell us?
All right, thank you, Lady D. Well, I think my story is more similar to your story with Bisa. I found myself in the logistics space. My mother taught me to give credit where it's due, and you must never forget people that uplifted you at some point in time. So in my case, I had closed a training school. I was running a training school in Randburg, and I closed the training school because it was just not, going forward. And then a friend of mine by the name of Madyibi introduced me to the logistics world. She actually said to me, "Coombs, I know the business is not doing well at the moment. Why don't you join me? I've got a logistics company. We want to form a consortium that is owned, that has rather 51 majority shareholding. So why don't you come on board and join?" And I thought to myself, oh my God, trucking, where will I start? And then I just laughed at it. I said, Kibo, are you serious? She said, if I can do it, surely Coombs, you can do it. I mean, with your kind of network, let's do this. And I said, okay, just give me some time to think about it, And then I obviously, bounced the idea with my partner. And then he said, look, this is a challenge. You've just closed a business. Maybe this is time for you to take up something that is different. challenge yourself. And then I went back to Kibo and I said, Kibo, see me at the office next week. Let's do this. Teach me the ropes, teach me how to do it. I'm interested, I want to learn. Even though I was a bit, skeptical, very fearful, because I was obviously very intimidated with the industry, because as we all know, it's very male-dominated industry. But I thought to myself, if this Scorpio feisty lady, who is a friend of mine can do it, I'm sure, surely I can do it myself. So that's when I joined, and obviously the company that we worked for, or rather I joined, we bought the shares, and the company was an enterprise development of Bidvest Logistics. And I thought to myself, this is a big conglomerate. This is an opportunity. As you said earlier, in our breakaway area, you said every challenge presents an opportunity. And for me, that stuck, because this is exactly how I started started to be in the industry, because I had faced a challenge where I had closed the business. And then there was an opportunity that was presented to me by a friend of mine, by the way, a friend of mine that said, Chuma, you had employed me in your company, and now, you're not doing anything. I want to return the favor. Please come and join me. Please come and join me. And she convinced me, and we obviously joined the company. We worked, and this is where we are at the moment.
That's what they said. Network is important, and never ever think any person you meet them for a mistake, because they might not help you today. But tomorrow they might come and help you. Look at your friend you once hired him, and you didn't know that one day you won't have that employment. And they said it doesn't matter when did you start. You understand?
That's true.
You had to lose whatever you've built. And you know what? What I like about you, you don't fall. And that's what we call leadership. You just slow down and you rise. Leadership don't fall. They slow down and you're thinking they fall, but no, they're just thinking, what is my next move? And I'm so happy that, from being a trainer and also to go to the track is different.
Absolutely different.
It's like you used to go to the office and command people to say you do this, but now you wake up now. They tell you about the problems of the diesel, the problems of the tires, the problems of the drivers, strikes on the road, challenges on the roads.
Yeah. Very volatile industry.
I'm
You're right.
proud of you.
Thank you
I'm
so
very
much.
proud of you.
Thank you so much. And I think also what touches my heart is that, in friendships, you never sort of expect that kind of thing. Well, I assist, but I assist without expecting anything back. But when she presented that opportunity to me, I thought to myself, oh, wow, this is interesting. And I actually felt I taught her something that, what I did to her, she could do to me, So I would never not mention her in my story. I think she played a biggest, biggest role.
We really need those kind of friends. You don't have. You always give and give and give, but you never get. And you know what? I'm so proud of you, and I'm happy for you that you find a real friend that's thinking about you, that friend that whenever you are down, rise you up. That is a good friend, and you must keep such friends in your life. I pray that nothing must come between you. So,
thank you. Thank you, Lady D. No, she's a wonderful person.
She's saying,
wonderful.
Let's grow together.
Let's grow together, yes. And with in our days, that is so rare to find, in our days. But we won't give up to uplift those that are looking up to us. We won't give up to uplift our friends. We won't give up to uplift our communities. So
that is good. Coming back to you, Bisa, I just want to hear more about the story of Africa and about this incredible rail thing. Manufacturer. People knows rail as like steamer. Goods, but I never imagined. As a young kid, in small towns, you always see the goods passing. We call it the goods. One day you wake up, you are, am I making a goods?
Yes.
Wow. Really, it's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, we must clap hands for ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
We're doing very well.
Thank you. Thank you so
It's not everyone that can be in those industries. People are always saying, hire me.
Yeah.
So audience, you just need to learn. Not always you have to be hired. Just use opportunity. Just learn. Mostly when there are conferences, attend. Maybe those things they're going to teach you one thing, or sometimes you might meet somebody who can take you up and lift you higher. It's that there. Not everyone can hire everyone. Government cannot hire all of us. I mean, you are operating in African space. Africans, for sure, there Africa, you hire Africans also.
So I would like to start from this challenge you said, learn. My background, my educational background is marketing, and not anything engineering, manufacturing, and
coming to that, I'm just I did a admin, office admin.
You see,
yeah. And look at you.
So, but what is very important in life? Learn. Learn. Take every challenge as an opportunity. Wherever you are at that specific point, try to learn as much as you can. As I said, I have been in the manufacturing space. In all of this manufacturing space, if you are a marketing person, you cannot market your product if you don't know. So how are you gonna know? Learn. Get down, be on the floor, understand from raw till the end, so that you convince your customer.
Absolutely.
Because that is what you do. Then when you go out now, I'm looked at as I'm an engineer.
And also you need to learn the process flow.
Absolutely.
Process flow of everything.
You need to learn, be willing to learn. There are people, like we are saying, like in this generation of ours, we hire the students and whatever. You see that they are not willing to learn. I don't know whether they want to be spoon-fed. You try to spoon-feed, but you can push up until a limit. You cannot always be there. But we would like to have people that they would like to learn, because the skills are going out of the country. Other people that are skilled are already old. We need to milk as much as we can. We need to be like you did a BA, but you are in this field of mining because of learning and because of you are willing to take instructions. You
Absolutely.
are persistent. You must evolve.
Yeah.
Evolve.
I mean, if I tell you my story, when I started mining, I used to work as I didn't know how to drive a front loader. So when there was no front loader operator, I used to operate it. I've got lessons. I know how to drive a forklift. You know, I used to be a supervisor, a financial person, a clerk, and everything. I'll be the
All
first
those
one to get at the
skills
mine
combined.
5 o'clock and I'll leave 12 a.m.
You see?
Yeah.
So learning is a skill. And today you can't tell me anything. I know the process, plan, and the channel. Anything you ask me about, I've got an answer.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think it's important for youth and everyone that wants to be in business to learn. Because a lot of people just like being, I'm a director. Director of what?
Director of what?
And it ends there.
That's true.
And then now you've got one tender closed, because it's always paining also. You see people get tenders, but they never grow out of them. So those shows that we are not going to get into entrepreneurs. We are only going to be tenderpreneurs, that you get the tender and after that you eat the money. So there's nothing to do about growth and plans about making, because you've never learned.
You're not thinking of sustainability.
Absolutely. And I think for me, it starts with passion. You know, if you are passionate about your business, you know, you will want to learn about your business because it's something that you love. You know, it's something that you're willing to invest your time in understanding, in researching what this business is about. I mean, as you guys mentioned, you're from marketing, you're from you know, administration, etc. I'm from the retail. I did retail management at school. Didn't know anything about trucks, but the minute I was involved and I was sold that this is the industry that I can take on. Simply, you just register courses. successful entrepreneurs, they are, or rather will make sure that they are skilled, right? Successful entrepreneurs employ also people that know more than themselves. And I always say to entrepreneurs that are trained nationally in the country, do not be afraid to employ those that know better than you, because fresh young minds, they contribute to the growth of your company.
Yes.
Right? You cannot be a rigid boss. You cannot be rigid where you want only your ideas to be heard in your organization.
Yes, yes.
It's important to listen to your team. So learning also is about learning from your team.
Yes.
People that you have
That's
hired.
so true. I mean, you can imagine. My core business is mining. I've hired engineers, but that makes me an engineer because now I know everything that engineer does. When they do drawings, we're planning, I'm able to change this, change that. Why? Because I've learned.
Because you've invested. You've
So
invested
now
time.
I've studied in the rail. Already I understand. And it's so painful what Bisa says. Our young people, our South African people are not learning. The skill is going out. I'm checking now when it comes to my project. I'm about to open the factory. I'm getting most of the skill, they're from overseas. I have to get them here so that they can train these ones. I'm not even sure whether they're gonna win because those ones are patient and are willing to learn and diversify. So I think the viewers must just learn to learn. I think today
That's
is about
important.
learning.
To
Because
equip yourself.
These
with the
women
necessary
just didn't
skills.
wake
Yeah.
up. I mean, with the three of us from the village. The three of us are just like administrators.
Yeah.
And the worst thing about me, I've never even worked for anyone.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Yeah.
I just like figure out myself. I don't even know how to run. No one taught me how to run things. I had to find my way to say, if I want to run a sustainable business, these are my goals.
Yes.
That start by the money you get. You don't go to Louis Vuitton. You start building a business.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think this is the gospel that I try to preach whenever I get an opportunity. As mentioned, I train entrepreneurs under a small enterprise development agency, and I get to engage with youngsters to say that it is critical, to, like we said, you learn, and I think also as an entrepreneur, you must be inquisitive within your industry. You must equip yourself, with latest trends. What are the latest trends in my industry? What are my competitors doing? How can I do it differently, or how can I better it, right? And also go out there, look for opportunities. That's what successful entrepreneurs do. They go out there, they look for opportunities. You can't just sit. If you are retrenched or you don't have a job or you lose a job, whatever the case may be, you go out there, you look for opportunities, because opportunities are not going to come to you. You need to go out there and search for those opportunities. And also, I think what I try to emphasize is you must take those calculated risks. Take calculated risks. As you mentioned something about goals. There is no way that you can go and look for an opportunity if you don't have a goal in mind. There is no way that you can take a calculated risk, right? If you don't have a goal in mind. You go and seek for opportunities because there's a goal in mind.
Yeah.
And I think I like the fact that you said, let's not go to all these companies and buy, brands, and I think that us today, we are so obsessed, with the brands, we want to be seen on Instagram wearing this brand, that brand, and we forget to invest back into our businesses, and it's quite critical that we do that. Whatever funds that come into your company, invest back. There will be a time for you to go and enjoy your Louis Vuittons. That time will come, but start with what's important, at that particular point in time. And what's important then is your business.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now. So Thank you so much. I mean, I wish our sisters and brothers can learn better, to be better people, to be better entrepreneurs. We need them in South Africa. And also, I wish this kind of space can be open for many of us so that we can grow bigger and support our South African economy. Because South Africa needs all of us as entrepreneurs. South Africa need all of us in this kind of industries that are very, very, very limited. I mean, as women, it's a good thing that this platform was given to women, because only women can be able to have the heart to open up to everyone.
Absolutely.
Because we're really not selfish about anything.
Yes.
We give information, we share, and we always want to build each other.
Yeah.
So I think this show will benefit a lot of people. I just hope that one day you'll come back and tell us more about the training part, and train our entrepreneurs to become better and build. And also the story that you tell, that you once lost everything in your business, closed down the doors. I mean, it's not good to see your doors being closed and you're just watching and said, I've worked very hard, I've seen this picture, and you worry about your peers also to say, what are they saying about you? Because they'll be talking to say, who does she think she is?
True.
Instead of saying,
look at her.
What
was she thinking?
Instead of saying, support, but they laugh about you. I mean, it's a trend. People just want to laugh about each other. Everybody fall.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I fall 3 times and rise back. The important part is, are you rising back?
That's the thing.
Because
That's
anyone
so true.
can fall.
Anyone can fall.
How many people lost their business in COVID? No one knew about COVID.
No one.
It just came and hit us.
Persistence, commitment to your business.
Bisa, what will you say the last words that you are giving the viewers?
My last word, also I wanted to take from what Tesha was saying, investing in your business. Also, I wanted to add there, invest in mind with a thought of sustainability. Because you can invest, but you're not thinking for the future and for the generation that is coming behind. Invest. Your strategies should have sustainability all the way. Then, as the woman or as any young adult coming into the industries, it's not hard. It's not difficult. You can do it. It can be done. It has been done. It will be done. That's my my last word.
Well,
what would be your last word before we close?
All right. My last words are to say, have self-confidence and independence. No one is going to chase you to go out and reach your goals. So you need to have that independence. You need to have self-confidence, because you need to believe in yourself that I can do this before the next person believes in yourself, right? And you need to also commit to your goals, because if you don't commit to your goals, it's like a marriage. It's like anything that you need to commit to. If you're committing to a sports, look at your great sportsmen, or sports people like your Floyd Mayweathers. They invest in training to ensure that when there is a fight, they win that fight. So it's the same principle in business, that you need to commit to your goals. Be there for your business. Put in the hours within your business. There's a trend that entrepreneurs do these days. When you're an entrepreneur, you think you are an entrepreneur by sitting at Tasha's and sipping champagne. But you need to commit to your business. And I'd always tell my friends, my employees, I'm in my business from 8 until 5 o'clock. That's the commitment that I want to give to my business. You must be persistent, because it's obvious that you will face challenges, you'll face difficult times. People will reject your idea in the market. People will reject your proposal, but you need to be persistent, and no one can force you again to be persistent. You need to self-motivate, because if you are not self-motivated, the business is not going to happen. And as a leader, you need to show your employees Because if the leader is not confident, if the leader is not persistent, if the leader is not, committing to this business, then the business would not go anywhere. So I just want to say to those that are out there who have lost businesses, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And those ones that are scared to start businesses, you need to take the plunge, because you can only fail to try, than try to fail.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow. That is incredible stories. I wish we had more time, but unfortunately, our time has to end. So thank you so much, ladies. And to you out there, the viewers, unfortunately, our time has run out, but I really want to go back to the story. I really want to invite you next week again to continue. I think there's still more people can learn about this whole thing about these two incredible women. Their story is so amazing. So I'm going to invite you next week again to continue with this show. Thank you so much to you out there, the viewers. Please don't forget to tune in on Thursday for our next show. Please, this is information that you all need. We are taking our time that you don't have to come here and educate you. You need this. It's for you. We've got somewhere to be, but we are here now, not charging you anything. It is for free. So tune in. See you next time.